Hey everyone, how are you? Have you ever wanted to learn about data structures and algorithms, but you have felt lost because there are so much information out there on the internet that you do not have any organized roadmap? You just keep jumping from one topic to the another topic, but you don't have a roadmap? Then what I have for you is a data structure and algorithms roadmap. I will tell you exactly what is data structure, how to learn data structures and algorithm, and there is a famous question that what should we learn first? We learn data structure or we should learn algorithms? All of these questions I am going to answer for you, and I am going to create a series on this roadmap as well. So first of all, we need to understand what exactly is data structure. When we need to define what exactly is data structure and algorithms, we have to define both of these terms. So first of all, what is data structure? So data structure is a way to organize your data in such a way that it is the most efficient organization of your data for a given use case. Now the important term here is use case. Based on a certain use case, you will have to organize your data in such a way that it behaves in the most efficient way. Everything depends upon the use case. When we talk about algorithms, it's basically some set of rules, some set of structures and logics which you need to follow to achieve and perform a certain task. And now when we talk about data structures and algorithms together, we can say that organize your data in such a way that you can apply the best algorithm on the data to perform certain tasks. So data structure and algorithm, they go hand in hand. They are not alone. They go together. But first we have to organize our data. First we have to understand how to structure our data. So I can answer the question that what should we learn first, data structures or algorithms? And I would say definitely you need to learn the data structures first. You need to know how to structure your data. Once you know how to structure your data and then you know the algorithms as well, then you can apply them together. So we are going to learn about data structure and algorithm as a roadmap in 5 different phases. The first phase is the foundation, the foundational knowledge which you should have to learn about data structure. The first topic is Introduction to Python for DSA. Now, data structures and algorithms is not language specific. So you may choose to not learn Python and do it using Java, or maybe you can do it using C, or you can do it using C++ as well. DSA doesn't depend upon the language, but yes, you need to choose a language to proceed ahead, and we are going to do our DSA using Python. The next important generic topic is time and space complexity. You should know about what is time and space complexity analysis and the big O notation. Basically, this is going to tell you how is your program going to behave when your input size increases or decreases. Based on your input size, what is the runtime of your program, what is the space complexity, how much space it is going to take, how much time it is going to take to run the program. And it is not measured in seconds or minutes or hours. It is measured using something called as big O notation. And next, I have kept this topic in foundation only because as a foundation for DSA, you should know about arrays. You should definitely know about arrays as a foundation. Although it is a linear data structure which can be put in the second phase, which is linear data structures, I would say learn about arrays and strings as well. Basically, arrays and strings you can learn together. They are basically the same topic. Strings are nothing but array of characters, right? So we are going to learn about arrays, and that's the topic you should target next. Then you should target the second phase, which is the linear data structures. Learn about data structures, basically the linear data structures. The data structure in which the data is stored linearly. That is, we have one data, then we have another data, then we have another data, then another data in a linear way. That is, you can traverse from your first data to the last data in a single go. The major data structures here are linked list, then stack, then queues. Once you know about these data structures, you should try to solve few basic problems using these data structures, and then you need to move to the next topic. I would say do not give a particular data structure or a particular phase too much time. Don't try to master a particular phase and then move to the next phase. Try to learn about a particular phase, try to build your foundations, then try to learn about data structures, the linear data structures, and then move ahead. In the phase 3, you need to learn about the non-linear data structures, which are trees, heaps, graphs, hash tables, or dictionaries. Basically, the data here are stored in a form of a tree, something like this. You have one data, you have a data here, then you have to move in either in the right side or in the left side. In the right or left side also, your data might be divided into multiple different nodes. Data could be stored in a very different way. Now this is not linear, this is non-linear. From a particular data, you can either go to right or left, or maybe if you are having multiple nodes attached to a particular data, then you will have to travel through multiple nodes to reach a particular destination. These are called non-linear data structures. Trees, heaps, graphs, and hash tables are one of the best examples of it. And you need to have some good understanding of these data structures. And then you can actually move on to something called as algorithms. Now you will have to learn about algorithms. We have lots and lots and lots of algorithms. I have just listed 6 algorithms here because these are the 6 main algorithms which you should know as a student of data structures and algorithms. You should know about sorting algorithms. You should know about searching algorithms, recursion, graph algorithms, dynamic programming, and greedy algorithms. These are the two most important algorithms, I would say. Others are definitely important, but if I have to give preference, then these two algorithms, dynamic and greedy, are the most preferred one. But still, we have to give the weightage to all the algorithms, all the 6 algorithms here, and we have to know about it. We have to know when to use searching algorithms. We have to know from all the given searching algorithms which one to use at what particular time. If you have a sorted data, something like this, should you use a binary search? Should you use a sequential or linear search? If you use a binary search, you will take 4 to 5 steps and reach to your destination. If you take a sequential search, you will have to take a lots and lots and lots of steps to reach to your destination. So it all depends upon how you structure your data and what kind of algorithms or you need to apply. Out of the known algorithms, which exact algorithm you need to apply. It all comes down with the practice. And then the final phase. And the final phase is very important. It is practice problems. Now, before you actually practice the problems, you should have a good foundation. Then you should have a good understanding of linear data structures, then non-linear data structures, then algorithms, and then finally practice the problems. And that is why I told you guys, do not try to master a particular phase, know about a particular phase, and then we have this phase number 5, where we are going to do the mastery. We are going to solve lots and lots and lots of problems on platforms like LeetCode and HackerRank. We are going to solve problems based on different patterns, based on different data structures, based on different algorithms. And that is one of the most important part, solving the problems. And the phase number 5 is something on which we are going to give the most amount of time. The quality of the problems are really good on LeetCode, but on LeetCode, you just have to deal with the problem. You will be given an input, you need to find the output. But in HackerRank, you will be given the input format. You will have to accept the input, you will have to write the code to accept the input, and you will have to write the code to return back the output. So I would say solve few problems on HackerRank. Once you are comfortable with accepting inputs, processing those inputs to find the output, move on to the LeetCode platform and try to solve as much problems as you can. But do not try to solve all the problems. Now that is something we are going to tackle, that how smartly we can solve the problems, because we cannot solve all the problems. It is impossible to solve all the problems because it has around 3000 to 4000 problems. Even if you solve 10 problems a day, which is a very huge target, you will take 1 year. And we can definitely give it 1 year, but solving all the problems is not going to give us a lot of knowledge. But solving problems based on arrays, based on linked list, stack, queue, trees, heaps, graphs, hash tables, sorting, searching, recursion, graph, dynamic, greedy, all these different patterns, all these different structures, all these different algorithms, based on this we are going to solve problems, but we are going to solve the problems in such a way that we cover the different patterns of problems. If you are able to solve 2-3 problems on a particular pattern, and there are, let us say, 20 problems on the same pattern, you don't need to solve it. You already know the pattern, you already know the approach. Now you can solve the 30 problems, you can solve the 3000 problems, but let's be smart, right? And then what is the approach throughout the series? Well, I have told you the roadmap to learn about data structures and algorithms. You can follow any tutorials, you can follow any way to learn about these topics, but I will be creating a series step by step. I will be explaining you all the different phases, the foundations, the linear data structures, the non-linear data structures, the algorithms. Then we are going to practice problems, a lot of problems. And throughout the series, we are going to understand the data structures, the algorithms. We are going to solve problems based on data structures, based on algorithms. And our main focus will be understanding the pattern. This pattern word is very important. If you know the pattern, if you understand the pattern, you can solve lots of problems on the same pattern. Don't need to solve it. You will be able to solve it the moment you see the problem. So I would say you follow along with me in this series where we are going to follow the DSA roadmap to understand everything about it. Definitely it is going to take some time. This is not going to happen in one day, right? But one day definitely you will be confident enough to say that you are a master in data structures and algorithms just by following this series. You can check out my channel. I have already solved a lot of problems on LeetCode, a lot of DSA problems. And at the last, what is the series layout? Basically, in this particular series, we are going to have n number of video on one topic. For any topic, let us say dynamic programming, how much days do you need? How much videos do you need to cover all the topics on this TP? It can vary, right? Maybe for DP we need 3 videos, and let us say for arrays I would say for arrays, we might need 1 or 2 videos, right? So maybe in case of arrays, when the topic is array, the n is 1 or maybe 2. Or maybe for DP, you might need 1 more video, 3 or 4. It depends upon the topic, right? So that is the series layout for you. Happy learning, guys. And join me in this series by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and leave your feedback to this video that are you excited about this particular series, or do you have any questions, do you have any specific need related to the series. Let me know and I will make a separate video on this, and that is why I have kept this n as variable. We can have multiple videos on the same topic. The goal here is to master DSA. The goal is not to just know about DSA, right? Alright guys, so I will see you in the next video. I want to see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this one.